Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 184. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to continue the arc of the good vibes by talking about a deck that really pillages your booty. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
A whole ton is going down. We're going to update some of the stuff and some of the new developments that we talked about our bonus show last week. We're going to talk about a patron-submitted deck that really pillages booty, as I said in the intro. We're going to thank some new patrons for being here, but before we do any of that, we have to thank our official sponsor, FaceToFaceGames.com. They're Canada's biggest Magic store.
Very much so. I'm waiting on my order from them with the little the prize in it, you know?
Ooh.
Did you make one of those orders?
I made an order, but I don't know if it'll have a prize in it.
Yeah, they fell victim to having to cancel a bunch of their tour, of course, like WotC and Channel Fireball events have recently done, canceling everything.
The worst.
Oh,
Yeah, that sucks.
But potential good vibe to come out of that is we have a little bit of travel budget that we had built up. A lot of it's tied up in actual tickets that we didn't get refunded.
Yeah.
Get this. So we paid all of our ticket prices, like $600 and some to get to Seattle, which is happening like right exactly. It should have been right now or next week.
Yeah, we should be there now.
Yeah. Because it's not happening, our flights were canceled, and they were like, oh, you can have your $600 back in credits to use in the next 24 months. Sure, we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that there will be more Magic Fest, and we will go to them.
Or we can refund you. But after non-refundable charges and tax and your flight cancellation fee, you can have $112 back. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, fuck you, Air Canada.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's it. But that is not a good vibe. The good vibe is we've got this a little bit of travel budget that we can now turn back into some prize support, some giveaways, some good vibes to kind of project our good vibes, to be the vibe that we want everybody to be.
We will continue the arc of good vibes with some prizing beyond the stuff that we kind of already had around. We can go get some new stuff.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking of when I said I was going to be the vibe?
What's that?
Tip vibe on. You can actually be the vibe to some cam girl. I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't want to know. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you're into that. I don't know. We've got a cam girl shout out for a patron thank you.
Do we?
Yeah. Do you want to get to it?
Sure.
Yeah. We've got a couple new patrons to thank and an increased patron.
Okay.
The Deech.
The Deech.
Increased his pledge.
Oh, thanks, Deech.
And what's so special about the Deech is he actually uses his CCO nickname in real life.
That is awesome.
That is very awesome. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got the Deech, the Dooch, the Looch. We've got a couple that actually use their real nicknames.
Yeah.
At least they tell us that they do, and that makes me feel special.
Yeah, as long as they say they do, whether or not they do, I feel like they do, and that's what counts.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Of course, your patron shout out and nicknames is a Patreon benefit that you can unlock, I guess, at patreon.com/CCOPodcast. First shout out, Michael Schulman. I feel like we did that last week. Did we do that?
Maybe?
My voice is like up 17 octaves because I don't know.
I feel like we might have. We should give him another.
Was it something about shoes?
You know, we could call him Michael the Tool Man. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that show? Remember that?
Yeah. Instead of Tool Man Tim, he's Magic Man Mike.
Magic Mike?
Magic Mike, yes. Yes, there he is.
Is that the cam girl shout out? Because Magic Mike was a stripper.
No, it is not.
Oh, well, all right.
Next shout out. And this is one I think you'll like. Okay. This is Nicholas Hogan.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Pseudo-celebrity Nick Hogan?
Could it be? Like Hulk Hogan? Nulk Hogan?
Nulk Hogan. Nulk Hogan, yes.
Oh, I love that.
That's got to be it.
I like that. What's the cam girl reference if he's Nulk Hogan? Is it because he's so jacked?
Still not the cam girl reference.
Oh my God, there's so many new people in the nation.
Miles Mendoza.
Train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, be true to yourself, true to your country, be a real American.
I'm glad that last part got in.
Yeah, very much so. That you know what, that last part for everybody out in the US of A, the land of the free, that's going through some tough times right now.
Yeah, and if you want to, like, if you need to smile right now, and you might, go to YouTube and look up the official Hulk Hogan theme song music video.
Oh, it's so funny.
It is impossible for you to watch that and not laugh. It's impossible.
It's impossible for you to not love America if you watch that.
Yeah, like it's the 80s was a funny time. People were on a lot of cocaine, and you can really tell that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's fabulous is what it is.
Yes.
So Miles
Mendoza, cam girl Miles.
That sounds a lot like a Spider-Man villain's name.
A little bit.
Like he would rob banks and drive away in a really fast car.
That's his superpower, just driving fast?
Yeah, he just goes really fast.
Yeah, that sounds like every late 80s, early 90s that cartoon character that doesn't involve radiation or being an alien. You just drove fast.
Sure, yeah. Or
Yeah.
it's the plot to every Fast and the Furious movie.
Yes.
There's a guy that drives fast.
Yeah. When did those stop being about cars and start being about tanks?
Like
And-
the first one? Maybe the second one.
Maybe the second one. I don't know. Listen, Miles Mendoza, last name of the first cam girl I ever saw on YouTube. I don't know why I remember that. You always remember your firsts.
I guess. Jesus.
No kink shaming. No kink shaming in the nation. This is not kink shame cookout.
Kink with a C.
Yes.
CCO.
Oh, yes, that's it. Well, I hope that brings smiles to people's face like it did us.
Very good.
My eyes feel like they're swollen shut. I didn't mention it on the pre-show. I'm not hungover, but I can feel my face is swollen. Like I wouldn't be able to fit a wedding ring on because I was working with bricks and drinking beer yesterday.
I'm a little bit under the weather too because I haven't been sleeping good, and it's pollen season in Saskatoon, and I have a fairly significant allergy. So even when I have my medication, it kind of slows me down a little bit. But we're gonna get through. We're gonna power through this because the deck is exciting and the show's gonna be lots of fun.
That's it. So this week we have got a patron submitted deck from Christopher DeWitt. This is Chris Dimwit Meatgazer on our Discord channel.
I don't know why people want those.
I don't know. He sent us a Admiral Beckett Brass Pirate Energy list.
So if you guessed Admiral Beckett Brass based on the hint from the pre-show, you got some Ikoria packs coming your way.
That's it. Or you're entered in to win if multiple people had guessed the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, right. Lots of times multiple people do guess. So we can't we don't have that much budget.
Should we read her and then talk about some other shit?
Yeah.
Okay, Admiral Beckett Brass is a human pirate for Grixis and 1. That's blue, black, red. She's a 3/3. Other pirates you control get +1/+1. And at the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who has dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn.
I had to take a breath for you.
Thanks.
So she buffs our pirates.
Yar.
She steals Creech.
Yar har. Non-land permanents.
Steals non-land permanents if we beat in with
Pirates.
3 or more pirates.
Yes.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, and usually I'm so thankful for custom categories.
No.
But this deck has custom categories named in funny and interesting ways, very flavorful, but they make it so I still don't have any idea what the hell's going on.
I feel like our man Meatgazer definitely just put the custom categories in here for flavor and just doesn't give a shit what it tells us about the deck. Because apart from attacking with pirates, I don't know what the hell's going on here.
But you were saying that it's part of the expression, the flavor of the deck is its custom categories if you were to view it online.
Yeah, if you were to look at this, you would say, hey, okay, it's Admiral Beckett Brass. He's got a first mate. There's a first mate category that we'll get into later. And then it shows all the stuff that Admiral Beckett Brass would tell the crew is a category, what they are going to be doing. There's a custom category that's all the things that the first mate would tell the crew to do. So that's 2 of the other categories. And then there's a pillaged booty.
Plundered booty.
Plundered booty category.
Just as bad if you were to type that into a search engine on a few choice websites that I may or may not recommend.
Yes. And that category has all the things that I assume our pirate friends have stolen from around the multiverse.
Yeah, they're like treasure.
Yeah.
They're all artifacts, that is.
Yes, and some of them make treasure, some of them are just artifacts.
Okay, well, if that doesn't help you understand the flavor and what the hell the deck is doing, listen to this. I have it organized instead of custom. I've got it organized into converted mana cost categories. So tell me if you know what this deck is doing.
Okay.
Based on its 1-drops.
Okay.
Animation module, which is like a +1 counter card, and it proliferates.
Sure.
Consulate Dreadnought. It's a vehicle.
Sure.
Curse of Opulence. Okay. Deadeye Tracker. There's a pirate card at least.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that card.
Gonti's Machinations. I think that's an energy card.
What?
March of the Drowned. That has nothing to do with anything. That's a pirate card. That's a pirate card. Okay. Renegade Map. And Sol Ring, of course.
Of course.
This deck is all over the place, but somehow it works. Or at least I thought it did until I read the description in the body of the email that Chris sent in. And the last line of the description in the email he sent us was, and this is copied and pasted, I don't think I've ever won a game with this deck. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way, because as long as I get to play the pirate and yell, "Shiver me timbers," at people, I'm happy.
Wow.
And that is a very meaningful demonstration of fun, casual, janky, tribal commander, CCO, nationalite, living his best life.
Yes, the deck is supposed to be fun, and here we are.
That's it. So maybe we get into it based on custom categories.
Sure. Should we start with the first mate?
Sure.
The first mate is, I'm sure people have guessed this, Angrath. And we're playing 2 Planeswalker Angrath cards.
I'm going to get you to read them because the text is very small from across the CCO control room.
Yes. Okay, so we have Angrath, Captain of Chaos. He is a 5 loyalty Planeswalker for Rakdos Hybrid 2. Static ability, creatures you control have menace. I don't know which one that is.
They have to be blocked by 2 or more creatures.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, good one with Admiral Beckett Brass because you can get in with your 3 pirates.
Yeah, dig that. And then it has -2 to amass 2, which gives you, if you have a zombie token that has been amassed, a zombie army token, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. If you don't, you make a 2/2 zombie army token.
Yeah, you know what I like about Menace and this particular list? Your pirate needs to be blocked by 2 or more things. That's like 1 pirate and 2 booties? Or is that like how many?
That's 2 booties per pirate. That's a really high pillage rate.
That is, yes, that is 2 booties per pirate.
Like if you were on the galleon that stormed the merchant city on the coast,
yes,
and you all went in, and at the end of the day, each pirate on the ship got 2 booties, that's like a high rate. Like there would be people from other pirate ships finding you so they could join the crew.
Yeah, and you know what? While it works good with Admiral Beckett Brass mechanically, the flavor is not there because Admiral Beckett Brass wants you to get 3 pirates per 1 booty. Way dirtier.
Yes.
Yes, way more demoralizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Like I said, no king shaming.
This guy's giving us the finger in the other studio.
We just got a middle finger from the other studio, the old CCO salute.
Oh, man.
What a fucking asshole.
You know who else we would get? You know who else is a fucking asshole and we want to give the CCO salute to?
The other Angrath?
The other Angrath. Cut him.
Okay,
Haven't even read him yet, but
give
cut
him a
him.
read. That's the dual deck one, right?
Yes. That's why you cut him, because there's a better one that exists. Anyway. Red, black, 4 for a 5 loyalty Angrath Planeswalker with +2. It deals 1 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. -3, return target pirate card from your graveyard to play. -11, destroy all creatures target opponent controls. Angrath Minotaur Pirate deals damage to that player equal to their total power. So it's good, but it costs 6.
That is a good card.
Yeah.
The things that card does are good. The 6 is not good. If it was like 5, that would be fine, wouldn't it? 4, it would be really good.
The other one costs 5, and its +1 makes each opponent lose 2 life and discard a card.
That's not good, though.
That's really good.
Not that ability isn't good.
That ability is good.
I don't know.
I think discard is good.
If everybody has 1 card left, but if you get that on turn 4 or 5, it's not good, is it?
It could be. If they haven't hit their card draw yet, or they're top decking.
And what if
or
you're
they're
just
hanging
playing,
on
like-
desperately? I guess if you're playing jank garbage, the other one is probably better. I take back cut it. Keep it.
Sure. I like 1 to all creatures because that does kill tokens and mana dorks, which are like they're a non-negligible part of the meta.
They are plentiful.
Yeah, and I like the get a pirate back.
And
as
the
a
pirate
minus.
back is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, if you could stop little dink attackers from hitting it with its plus, with Angrath's plus, and then the next turn get a pirate back, that's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah, and if you could ever get that ultimate off, whew.
Yeah, the ultimate definitely kills somebody.
Yes.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. Sure.
It's possible. It's fine. All right, so that's what Angrath, he's in the deck. He's doing stuff.
Yes,
And
he
he's
is the first mate.
And he's got other pirates under his control, and he tells them to do stuff. What kind of things does he tell them to do?
He's got Angry's orders.
Yes. The first one of those is Angrath's Fury.
Okay, that is a sorcery, red, black, 3, destroy target creature. Angrath's Fury deals 3 damage to target player. They don't have to necessarily be this, like that creature and that player don't have to be the same thing.
Yes, it's very cool.
You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Angrath Minotaur Pirate, reveal it and put it into your hand. Oh, so we can find our Angrath.
Yes.
Okay, so we kill something, deal 3 damage to a player, and then get Angrath for 5 mana.
That's a good card.
Yeah, and it curves right into Angrath Minotaur Pirate at 6.
Yeah.
So that card is going to fill multiple roles as well.
It'll do some work. How about Besmirch?
Besmirch. Get smirched, asshole. That's what I'd say. Until end of turn, gain control of target creature, and it gains haste. Untap that creature, and that's red, 1. So that's a threaten effect. How many of those do we have in here? Hijack, Pirates Pillage. Is that a threaten?
Nope.
Oh, that's a treasure card. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
It's got the... Is that Kari Zev's monkey?
I don't know.
Because it's a monkey with a little sword and a conquistador hat on.
I think Kari Zev was from a different plane.
Is she?
I think she's from Kaladesh, isn't she?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know nothing about this lore shit. Somebody hit us up. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is. She's right in the maybe board.
Huh.
Is she a pirate?
She is a pirate.
Oh.
Yeah, she's dope as hell. She makes a little monkey.
Yeah. Tricky card to block early game, hey?
Yeah.
Not a Kari Zev deck. Let's get back to the deck.
Yes,
Focus.
Focus. Keep it in line. In case we besmirch, we steal a thing, attack with it.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Brass's Bounty.
That is a 7-drop sorcery. Red 6. For each land you control, you get a treasure.
Why isn't that in the Brass's orders?
I don't know. It has her name right on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Meat Gazer,
We have no idea what's going on.
you readjust this immediately. Chart a course.
That is a sorcery. Blue 1, draw 2 cards. I like that part. Then discard a card unless you attacked with a creature this turn, which we would have.
Because there's pirates, and pirates attack every turn.
They plunder and they draw cards.
That's what they do. As we move along, we're figuring things out a little bit. It turns out you were right. The Angrath's orders section were just the sorceries.
Got this. We are profesh.
That means that the Brass's orders section is probably the instance,
Could be.
based on the fact that Terminate is an instant.
That is the first thing. It destroys a creature, can't be regenerated. Not to be undervalued, that regenerate, right?
Heck no. Yeah, there are things that regenerate still. I don't think they print them anymore, but they exist, and people play them.
Yeah, what is it? Asceticism? Gives all your shit regenerate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's that...
Regeneration from Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised, 4th, 5th?
What about that 2/2 flanker for 2 from Time Spiral? Whenever it dies, you regenerate it unless somebody pays 2.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
right? Turn that sucker off.
What about Nightscape Familiar that makes your red and blue spells cost less, and it's a zombie that regenerates?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that could go right in this deck.
What about Drudge Skeleton?
Regenerates 1/1 for 1.
2. Yeah.
Regenerates. That's right.
Oh,
Lord of Tressorhorn regenerates.
there it is.
Important.
There.
That is an important commander in my life.
Pack your Terminates, kids. All right, next up is Steady Progress.
Proliferate, draw card instant.
Spell Swindle.
Counter target spell, create X treasures, where X is the converted mana cost of the spell that was countered, and that costs blue 3.
I like that one.
It's free-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So it's free, sort of.
it's free enough.
Yeah. What if you counter a 1-drop? It's definitely not free.
Yeah, you gotta counter something worthwhile. You counter Progenitus.
Typically, you're
Counter
gonna
Draco.
Yeah, typically like you're gonna counter something that costs more than 5.
Oh, some asshole's trying to troll me specifically by playing a Talkthon Worm, and you just spell swindle it.
You just ruin his whole day.
And then you immediately sack all the tokens. Just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care.
And
I'm just so happy I countered that spell.
You immediately call Brando. It's like it's silence on the other end. He's crying. Eh? He's crying so hard he's not even making noise.
Next up, we have Siren's Ruse.
Ooh, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a pirate, you draw a card, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of like bounce a pirate to save it, but doesn't really synergize with the threaten effects because you put it back onto the battlefield under its opponent's control. So if you ghostly flickered, you put it back under your own control and you can keep it forever, like we talked about with the deck a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But this one, I guess you just want to draw a card if you want to save your pirate. That's like save a pirate, draw a card type counterspell.
Maybe reset an attacker to be a blocker, draw a card. Like that. It has its uses.
That's like a 2-mana cryptic command if you're casting it on a pirate to counter a spell. Like terminate your pirate. No, I'll Siren's Ruse it to counter your terminate, and I'll draw a card for 2 mana.
Neat.
That's good in this deck.
Reality Shift is a removal spell.
Yeah.
Manifests their card. Fiery Cannonade.
Oh, this sounds like a pirate card. Deals 2 damage to each non-pirate creature. Oh, it is yes.
It is a pirate card.
That's 3 mana instant. That's actually good in this deck too.
That's a cool card. I like that one.
2 damage is not to be underestimated, right?
Yeah, you can get 2 damage. I've talked about this on a couple of times on the show, where those 2 damage sweepers are way more valuable than you think, and they scale really well depending on the power level of deck you play them in. Because the stronger the deck is, the more dorks there's going to be, and that's more things that you can actually kill with them.
Yeah, as you get closer, like on the spectrum of competitiveness, the closer you get to CEDH, you start looking at the Tymnas and all the mana dorks that a lot of the green decks play. Fiery Cannonade gets good. I'm not talking about like Fiery Cannonade being a CEDH card, but the closer you hedge to that side of the spectrum, that does get good. And the more casual you get, the more soldier tokens and zombie tokens you're going to see, and Cannonade also gets those.
Yes, they're cards that I think are undervalued for how much utility they offer you.
Yeah, Pyroclasm is another one, right?
Yeah.
And what's the one with the fire that's raining down onto
Volcanic Fallout.
Yes.
One of the best sweepers in EDH, I think.
That's 3 damage to everything?
2 damage to everything, can't be countered.
Oh, yeah. Can't be countered. That's what it is. Yeah.
So good. Croesus's Charm is the next card on the deck.
Oh, yeah. This is a Plane Shift classic back from 2000.
Ooh.
Grixis, for an instant, choose one. It's a charm, of course, so you've got multiple modes to choose. Return target perm to its owner's hand. Okay. Destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. That's good. Or destroy target artifact. That is a good charm.
Yeah, all 3 modes are legit.
It could bounce something to like ours or theirs. Could kill a non-black creature, which is fine, okay. If the creature you want to kill is black, you can just bounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Destroy target artifact.
Very useful.
Yeah.
Dig it. We have a Chaos Warp.
That's just going to kill whatever.
Chaos Warp. Admiral's Orders is the last one.
This has Raid. So Raid is an increased effect if you've attacked with a creature this turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Blue. 1. Instant. If you've attacked with a creature this turn, you may pay blue rather than pay this spell's mana cost. And it counters a spell.
Yeah.
So instead of cancel, it's like Swan Song.
Except they don't get a bird.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think that's a fine card. If you're playing cancel that isn't an FU cancel painted by Ryan, new alters on our Facebook page every Thursday.
Oh,
Admiral's Orders might be a better choice because it's just a better card.
Yeah. You know what? We got to do 3 mana better than cancel tribal one of these days. Somebody send us a list. We will do that deck.
We will definitely put that deck on the show.
We will dump all over you and that deck, but we will tech the hell out of it.
Oh, we sure will. Well, let's do the only unnamed section of the list.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
Enchantment. Let's name it.
Enchantment.
What's a pirate thing that could be enchantment related?
Is that like when you go into like the grotto and there's a mermaid and she like doesn't have a shirt on, and
then
she's
she
like
entices
enchants
you in
Yeah.
close.
And
then underneath, she's actually a kraken.
Yes.
And the siren was just the fucking tentacle on the top of its head.
Yeah, or she's just got like, instead of a mermaid tail, she's just got like one giant like crab leg.
Or like a mace.
Yes.
Instead of a tail, she has a fucking mace.
Or a morning star, or a cat of 9 tails. That's kind of piratey. They used to whip guys that were bad on the pirate boats.
That's true. And they'd keel haul them.
Well, one time Rebecca asked me, she's like, why didn't, like, if the pirate crews were just for hire type people, how come there wasn't more mutinies? How come what did they do to make it so they didn't take over the fleet's captain that was hiring them to service the boat? And I was like, well, if anybody was bad, they would be whipped until they almost died. And then they'd just die because like there was no medicine back then. Or they would just tie them up at their hips and throw them fucking overboard and drag them along the side of the boat for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that was punishment. That's how they kept people in line.
Yeah, they fucked you up.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, like the boats were owned by, the Spanish Armada or the British Navy or whoever, and then the crews sometimes were for hire. Like on merchant ships, they just hired crews.
And also, if you showed up with the boat after you robbed it, and you'd stolen it from the Spanish Armada,
they would know.
Yeah, they would know, and they would do that thing where they put a box with a rat on it on your chest, and they set the box on fire, and the rat burrows its way out of the flaming box through your body.
Oh, gross.
Because they used to do that in Spain.
Or they would just hang you.
Or that. But they'd probably do the other thing that I said.
Yeah, and then they'd hang you.
Yeah, and then they'd hang you.
That's how pirates used to be.
Yes. So Mermaid Cove. That's what we're going to call the enchantment section.
Got there.
We got the whole story in. The first thing is a card that I actually play in a deck now in Trove of Temptation.
I don't even know why anybody plays this card.
Because sometimes you want people to attack into your Kazul Tyrant of the Cliffs.
Okay.
So that you get an ogre.
Okay, I get you. It's an enchantment, red 3. Each player must attack you or a planeswalker you control with at least one creature fucking each turn.
Yeah. Now read the benefit, Ryan.
Okay.
Because this is a hell of a benefit.
At the beginning of your upkeep, create a colorless treasure token that you can sack for a mana.
End step.
Oh.
It's at the end step. It's not even during your upkeep. You got to use it later on.
You got to wait until like
the end of your turn.
This card is terrible. It's like 4 turns before, like 4 of our turns, 4 rounds of the table before it even pays for itself.
And you've been attacked by 3 other people 4 times.
What the fuck? Why would anybody play this card?
Because you're playing Kazul Tyrant of the Cliffs, and you want ogre tokens, Ryan. And they don't have any giant dudes, probably. And you're playing Trove of Temptation. They're going to feel sorry for you. They're going to attack you with small guys.
Oh, God. Just cut this card, everybody. Next card.
It's got a pirate ship on it.
Next card.
It's got a pirate ship and a cove on it. It might have been sunk by a mermaid tentacle.
Ooh. A tentacle.
All right.
You have my ears perked up and other things.
Next, I love this card. Stolen Strategy.
At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library, then you can cast it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you steal artifacts with that, right?
You can cast those spells using mana as if it was mana of any color.
Oh yeah, all those damn treasure tokens we're getting off of that trove, hey?
You can just use your. I played a Norn and just use your mountains.
I hope that we flip over 3 players 1-drops, so in 4 turns from now we can cast them. Fuck.
Oh, Stolen Strategy is good though. That's a good include. Inexorable Tide.
That is at the whenever you cast a spell, proliferate for blue 3. That's a good one.
I like that card. I wish I had a deck that played it. Honestly,
you know what? At 5, a little bit of a trap unless you're like going hard on the 0 and 1 and 2 drop category, which we're not. But this is sort of a proliferate deck when we're talking about energy, right?
And it's a casual deck too. Like
Yeah.
it's not tuned to be super fast, and it's never won a game. So
Well, maybe this is why. It's got
it's
Inexorable Tide and Trove of Temptation in it. Maybe that's why.
How about Gonti's Machinations?
Ooh, whenever you lose life, for the first time each turn, you get an energy. Okay. And you can pay 2 energy, sacrifice Gonti's Machination. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way.
Now think of that with your Trove of Temptation, Ryan. You are going to be getting so much energy, you could just sacrifice this right away.
Yeah, and the sacrificing it is like part of the cost. You can't even mine that. You can do it one time. Sure, you gain 9 life and each opponent loses 3, but who cares? I don't mean to dunk on it because I know like energy is a thing that you do have to really work hard at sometimes. Okay.
How about Era of Innovation?
Ooh. Whenever an artifact or artificer enters the battlefield?
That's an...
Is that, am I reading that right?
You are reading that right. I had to read that card a whole bunch of times yesterday to realize I was doing it right.
Okay, in this deck, whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, pay 1. If you do, you get 2 energy. And you can pay, is that 6?
5.
5 energy. 6 energy, and sacrifice it to draw 3 cards. Okay.
That's fine. You're going to get some energy out of it.
We're probably going to get the energy other ways, and we're just going to sack that to draw 3 cards for 2 mana.
Or we'll just use it to get energy.
Yeah, I don't want to pay anything more into that card after my initial 2. Maybe I'll play an artifact and pay 1 more, because drawing 3 cards is kind of worth 3 mana. So I could see that card costing 3 and just like taking an extra turn.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How about Curse of Opulence?
Is that the curse of doing the Macarena, but nobody can see it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's an enchantment curse. Curse, kind of piratey, for red. Enchant player. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, you and that player both get a treasure. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So
whenever somebody... You curse another player or yourself, and whenever somebody attacks the cursed player, they get a treasure, and you get a treasure.
So we always get a treasure.
You always get one.
If we curse ourselves, we get 2.
No. You always get 1. That's why you don't curse yourself.
Oh.
Unless, of course, you're playing Trove of Temptation.
Oh, fuck.
In which case you curse yourself, and then you get treasures every turn.
Yes, instead of once.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a combo, Ryan. It's a combo.
Oh.
It's totally a combo.
I'm
when
not
they do
seeing
Tooth and Nail for enchantments, you'll see. People are going to be enchantment tooth and nailing for Curse of Opulence, Trove of Temptation in so many games. Because that's the best thing you can do, and you can search for any 2 enchantments. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I like that.
There's no other things
you can already do it if you're playing different colors with Emergent Ultimatum.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can search for like Curse of Opulence, Trove of Temptation, and maybe like, just so we can play 5 color, maybe like Replenish to get one of them back. I think it gets exiled, actually. Anyways.
Oh, man. Oh, I love this deck. Okay.
Let's do Plundered Booty, and then we'll kind of clump some of the crew, because they are mostly just pirates, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so for the booty, let's start at the bottom.
Let's start at the bottom of the booty, right at the base.
Right at the taint. Throne of Geth.
All right, Throne of Taint. Do you remember when this card was like good? Do you remember when this was seeing play in Legacy and the foil ones shot up to like $700 for like one day? Do you remember that? I was like, everybody's searching through their fucking bulk shitty foil boxes and bags for Throne of Geths. Anyways, artifact for 2, tap, sacrifice an artifact, proliferate. End of story. Besides 58 lines of reminder text and flavor text.
Yes. Talisman of Creativity.
That is the blue-red talisman. You tap it, you take a damage. That's fine. Sol Ring is Sol Ring.
Sky Sovereign Consul Flagship.
Wow, that's a mouthful. This is a 6/5 flying vehicle for 3.
5.
For 5. Thank you. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, it does 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Crew 3. So we can crew this at any time. I think that it's worth remembering that crew is like instant speed.
Yep.
Your pirates can jump out of bed in the middle of the night, butt-ass naked, and jump in their ship and start driving it.
They don't even have to... Summoning Sickness doesn't affect it either.
That's right.
You can play a dude crew a vehicle right away.
Oh yeah, he's ready. He's already sick from summoning. What's a little seasickness on top of your summoning sickness?
Right?
It's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
I like this card, Renegade Map.
We'll give it a read.
Renegade Map enters the battlefield tapped. It's an artifact for 1. You have tap, sack it, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library.
Put it into your hand?
It's not as good as putting it into play, but
what about Journeyer's Amulet? What about...
There are better things. There are definitely better cards. I just like this one.
The 1/1 flyer for 3 that searches and puts it onto the battlefield tapped or into hand? This only is in here because it says map on it.
Yes, it's a pirate card. It probably should be Treasure Map.
That's fine.
Or
Treasure map?
What's the one that they play in all those Urza decks in Modern? Expedition map.
Yeah.
That's probably what it should be.
Yeah, hey, that's a good one. Maybe it's in here. We haven't reached the E's yet.
We haven't got that far yet. We've got Pillar of Origins.
That's a 2-mana thing. You choose a creature type when it enters the battlefield, and then you tap for one of any color to cast a creature of the chosen type.
How about Gonti's Aether Heart?
Oh, baby. Here's our energy payoff. Okay, legendary artifact for 6. When Gonti's Aether Heart or another artifact enters the battlefield, under our control, we get energy. Cool. You can pay, what is that? 17 energy?
7? 8. Jesus, there's a lot.
You pay fucking lots of energy. Take an extra turn.
You have to exile the heart.
Don't care. Extra turn.
Now you curse yourself with Curse of Opulence, and you have a treasure trove in play, and you have a Gonti's Aether Heart in play. That's going to go off in like one round of the table. Combo City.
Next card.
Fell Flagship.
That's a 3/3 vehicle for 3. Pirates you control get +1/+0, so that's on theme. Whenever console flagship deals, Fell Flagship deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card.
And it has crew 3. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like repeated card draw. Discard. It's the opposite. I do like that. I like that card.
It's got Spectre.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Fell Flagship. How about Fabrication Module?
Oh, yeah. There's got to be a combo with all these modules and things in here, hey?
Maybe.
I don't know. This is a 3-drop artifact. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, put a +1 counter on target creature you control, and you can pay 4 and tap it to get an energy.
So it makes your dudes big?
Yeah, essentially it's 4 tap, get an energy, buff a dude.
Yeah, or if you're playing Trove of Temptation and Curse of Opulence and Gonti's Aether Heart, your boy's gonna get swole.
Curse of Opulence and Trove of Temptation give you treasure tokens.
Well, yeah, but then people have to attack you, and then you're getting mana, and then the artifacts that you're getting are going to give you energy off the Aether Heart.
Next card.
Dusk Legion Dreadnought.
Oh, cool name.
Yes.
The Dusk Liege.
Hell yeah.
This is a 4/6 Vig for 5. Crew 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's a conquistador ship, though, isn't it? Not a pirate ship?
You know, we don't ship shame.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. We got another module in Decoration Module. Or what the fuck is that word? Decoction?
Sure. Decoration module. 2-drop artifact.
That's not an R. That's a C.
Don't care. I stand by what you said. We support each other in the nation. That's important. Especially this day and age.
Good vibe.
2-drop artifact. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. Okay. 4 tap. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand. This, in an energy deck, is the Crystal Shard or the Erratic Portal that also plays into your energy strategy.
I wonder if there's a payoff for this with Norrin.
Why do you want energy?
Well, I mean, is there like an energy payoff that's good by itself that I could put in Norrin? You think?
Sounds like a future YouTube Norrin deck tech theory type episode.
Who can say?
Who can say?
Who can say?
Hey, you know what we can say? Big thanks to everybody who's been reaching out about editing and helping us out with some content.
Hey, yeah, that's been like super nice. I did not expect so many people to be like, yeah, I'm willing to spend time to help you guys. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, and here's what I want to say about that. Fuck, I wish I remembered to talk about that on the top of the show. It was even in the show notes. Guess I should turn my computer back on. What I'm having happen is people are saying, "Hey, I do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. I'm willing to help." What I think would be more effective is if you want to reach out to us via Twitter, Facebook Messenger, whatever means it is, email, whatever. Tell us what type of content you'd be interested in helping us do.
Yeah.
I don't want to have some grand idea that I think everybody will love and then hand it out to somebody and have you not be passionate about the project.
Yeah.
I want people to do what they think would be good. Then that means that whoever's helping us will do a better job on it because it's something that they think they'll like and that other people will like.
And it also means that there's going to be at least one other person that's going to enjoy what we're doing.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
important to have.
Yeah. So huge thanks to everybody in the nation that's been reaching out.
All right, how about a Cultivator's Caravan?
It's a 5/5 crew 3 for 3 taps to give you 1 of any color.
Not a boat. Although I think a caravan is I think there's a boat called a caravan, right?
I don't know. A caravan is like a traveling thing. I guess it could be a boat.
Sure. How about a Contagion Clasp?
Taps to proliferate. When it enters the battlefield, you put a -1 on something.
Consulate Turret.
Oh, I've played all of these energy cards before. It's nice to see them in a deck finally. Yeah. I played this one too. Tap, get an energy for 3. You can tap, pay 2 energy, deal 2 damage to target player.
3 energy.
Oh, pay 3 energy.
Yeah, it's that bad rate.
Yeah, no, that's fine though. If you have a way to mine energy and consistently untap your Consulate Turret, you can deal some damage with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's not infinite damage, but it's a whole hell of a lot of damage if you have your Treasure Trove of Curse of Opulence Aetherheart combo online.
I'm not seeing the combo still.
Combo-tastic. We talked about the Dusk Legion Dreadnought. How about the Consulate Dreadnought?
Different plane, same knot.
They're both Dreadnoughts. It's
Sure.
fine.
Yeah, we should play the Phyrexian Dreadnought too, just to incorporate a 3rd plane. We do not discriminate.
Truth. Don't do that though.
This is a 7-11 crew 6. Full stop.
It costs 1.
Oh, it costs 1. Oh yeah. 7-11 for 1.
Wow. How about an animation module?
This one is a good one. This is a 1-drop. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are placed on a creature you control, you can pay 1. If you do, you get a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature toke. Cool. Okay. You can go 3 tap, choose a counter on a player or whatever, and you can put another one on. It's just fucking like proliferate, I guess.
That is proliferate. Why can't they just say proliferate?
You know what? This isn't proliferate because you choose one person or player.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of choosing all of them and proliferating all of them, this is just a one-time thing on one thing.
I guess that's fine. Stupid. Last one is an Aetherworks Marvel.
Ooh, yeah, you got to know you're playing this when you're playing energy.
There's an energy sink.
Look at the price tag on that now. Remember when that card was expensive?
Yeah.
It's $1 now. So this is a legendary artifact for 4. Whenever a permanent you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. No. Whenever a permanent is put into the graveyard. It has to be on the battlefield to be a permanent, I guess.
Correct.
Okay. You get energy. Cool.
Yeah.
So like all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy.
Yep.
Look at the top 6 cards of your library.
6 energy. Jesus Christ.
God, why can't they just put 6 and then the energy sign?
Right?
Sure. Maybe they'll do that in Commander Legends.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. You pay 6, you tap it. Look at the top 6 of your library. You can cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom in any order.
Neat.
Yeah, get energy, cast shit for free.
You know what gets all your energy up super fast? All those treasure and gold tokens you're getting from your Treasure Trove Curse of Opulence combo.
I don't know why you get treasure from that.
Because they're artifacts that you sack to go to the graveyard. So you get energy.
Oh, that is a little bit of a combo. Okay, I see it now.
See,
We put it together.
It's there.
Yeah.
We've built the contraption. The marvel, if you will.
Yeah, the more you know. Okay.
All right, let's talk about the crew, shall we?
Yes, Admiral Beckett Brass's Hardy Crew. Can we lump pirates like Pirate Tribal at this point in Magic and Commander? Changeling and Shapeshifter notwithstanding is kind of like Dinosaur or Ooze or whatever. There's not a whole ton of them, and there is a lot of crossover in between any decks, particularly Admiral Beckett Brass, because you're limited to the Grixis colored pirates.
There's only so many pirates, and then in that subset of pirates, there's only so many pirates that you want to play before you just get to here's a 4/4 for 5 that says pirate on it.
Yeah, and you know what? I should say too that in Ixalan in particular, like all the pirates were in Grixis, or like 99% of them.
Yeah.
And if you wanted pirates outside of those colors, like a Chameleon Colossus or a Mirror Entity, those are pirates, but they don't fit. So like all the pirates are the same pirates as in any other Admiral Beckett Brass. Not to hate on it, because it is an underserviced, underutilized tribe.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see more of them, because
Commander Legends, man.
Well, I mean, pirate is something you can print on virtually any plane that has water,
or any plane where stuff's getting stolen. You're a pirate if you're stealing something.
Yeah,
right?
that's all of them. That's all of them. There could be pirates everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Pirate tribal could be like your threaten that only steals an artifact. It could be your sorcery tribal pirate, right? And it could be like steal an artifact. Doesn't get creatures because then you'd be
Kidnappers.
Although
pirates were kidnappers too. They definitely kidnap people.
Yeah, I suppose, hey?
Yeah.
Hold them hostage and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, hostage taker, probably in the list.
There it is. Right
there it is. Okay, that's the first pirate.
Yeah, hostage taker is... Do tell.
2/3 for 4. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature, artifact or creature until hostage taker leaves the battlefield. You may cast that card for as long as you control it and blah, blah, blah. It like lets you steal something and fucking cast it.
You O-ring a thing and then you can play it and then you have it. But if this dies before you play it, they get their thing back.
That was a hot standard card, wasn't it?
I think it might have been.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's clump pirates. It's, you know what? It's still $6, so it must be a something card.
We'll do it quick. We'll go through them. We'll say how big they are and what they do.
Okay.
We got a Tomb Robber.
1/1 menace for 3. Discard a card. It explores, which is like reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, you can put a +1 and then you put it into your graveyard.
Skyship Plunderer.
Or on the bottom of your library, right?
Yeah.
With explore. No, you put it back or into your graveyard. That's what it is.
Yes.
Got there. Skyship Plunder flying. 2/1 for 2. When it deals combat damage to a player for each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that it proliferates.
Sort of. Rowdy Crew.
It's a pirate. 3/3 trample for 4. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards at random. If the 2 share a type, right?
Yep.
You put 2 +1/+1 counters on a Rowdy Crew.
I don't know why that's a mythic rare.
Oh, yeah, we've had this exact discussion before.
I see that discussion for why that's terrible. How about Kuka Mesa Pirates?
There we go. There's a Mirage Pirate. I think we played this, and it was a card of the week in the last time we did Admiral back at Brass.
I think it was too.
This is a 2/2 for 4. When it attacks and isn't blocked, you may choose to have it deal no combat damage to defending player this turn. If you do, gain control of target artifact that player controls. That just steals an artifact, just like what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does
okay.
exactly what then we talked about Hostage Taker, Glint Sleeve Siphoner.
Ooh, wow.
Easy for me to say.
Enters a battlefield or attacks, you get energy. It's got menace, so it's safe to attack, even though it's a 2/1 because they have to block it twice. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you pay energy, you draw a card and lose a life.
Sure.
That's fine.
Glinthorn Buccaneer.
Ooh. This is a 2/4 haste for 3, red, 1. Whenever you discard a card, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you could pay red 1, discard a card to draw a card. Activate this ability only if it's attacking.
It's fine.
That's okay.
How about Forerunner of the Coalition?
That lets you search your library for a pirate put on top. And when it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life.
Whenever another pirate
Oh,
enters
okay.
the battlefield, loses a life.
Yeah.
Flux Channeler.
Not a pirate.
Not a pirate.
Human wizard can't even mutate onto it.
Worst.
I don't know why that's relevant, but when you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate.
Nice.
Yes.
Fathom Fleet Captain. This guy's jacked.
Yeah, he's got menace, 2/1 for 2. When he attacks, if you control another non-token pirate, these are hard to read. You can pay 2. If you do, you get a pirate.
With Menace.
Oh, yeah. So he just makes more of himself, except like he's the captain, but the other guys are bigger.
He makes better versions of himself.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man. Dire Fleet Ravager.
Oh, yeah. Menace, Death Touch, 4/4 for 5. When it enters the battlefield, each player loses 1/3 of their life total rounded up.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's a good one. Dire Fleet Neckbreaker.
Ooh. Other attacking pirates you control get +2/+1, and that's or +2/+0. That's a 3/2 for 4.
That's a 5/2 when it's attacking for 4. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because it doesn't say other.
That's really good. I like this guy too. Dire Fleet Daredevil.
Yeah, 2/1 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast that card until end of turn, and you can spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about Dire Fleet Captain?
Whenever Dire Fleet Captain attacks, it gets +1 until end of turn for each other attacking pirate.
Deadeye Tracker.
Exile the top card of your on an opponent's graveyard, and then he explores. So you can get him big and whatever.
Deadeye Quartermaster.
Ugh. Enters the battlefield, you can search your library for an equipment or vehicle. Reveal it, put it into your hand. That is the 4-drop, sort of, Trinket Mage, Treasure Mage, Trophy Mage?
Sure, except it's a pirate that does pirate shit.
Yeah.
Deadeye Plunderers.
Oh, which eye plunderer?
Stink Eye Plunderers?
Sure. 3/3 for 5. Deadeye Plunderer gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control, and you can choose. You can create a treasure for 4 mana.
Now imagine how good that would be when your Treasure Trove Curse of Opulence combo is online.
Yeah, I suppose.
All
It
right,
would get big.
We got a Brown Eye Brawler.
It's a 2/2 for 4 Death Touch. Ascend. If you have the City's Blessing, it's like 10 or more permanents. It's Ascend. Whenever Brown Eye Brawler deals combat damage, if you have the City's Blessing, draw a card.
And everybody knows what the plan is to get to that City's Blessing 10 permanents.
Yes, 100%.
Right? Because you've got 4 land, that's 4. You got this guy, that's 5. Then you've got Treasure Trove, that's 6. You've got Curse of Opulence, that's 7. 1 round to the table. You got 3 treasures.
Oh,
Boom.
God. God.
How about Daring Saboteur?
You can pay 3 so it can't be blocked, and when it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's Ophidian, right?
It deals damage, you draw a card, discard a card. It's a merfolk looter.
Oh, yeah.
Except it's a pirate. Crafty Cut Purse or Crafty Coin Purse.
Yes, these are all dirty.
Yeah.
2/2 flash for 4. When it enters the battlefield, if somebody was going to get tokens, instead we flash it in, we get the tokens.
I like that.
Yes.
Take
And that counts for treasure tokens too.
Yes,
so
it does.
just in case somebody else has a Curse of Opulence and Trove of Temptation combo online, we get those treasures.
Next card. How about Captivating Crew?
That's a 4/4 or 4/3 for 4. You can pay 4 to threaten something. You steal it for a turn against haste, give it back at the end of turn.
Like it.
Yeah.
Captain Lannery Storm. I like this guy too. Or girl.
2/2 for 3 with haste. When it attacks, you get a treasure toke, and you can sacrifice a treasure to give Captain Lannery Storm +1/+0 until end of turn.
I kind of want to play that in my 7 Dwarves deck because it gives me another token.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
That's a neat one.
It's
I
got
like
to
it.
attack.
That's true, but usually slip one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
Don't at all. Angrath's Marauders. This is a hell of a card.
Yeah, 4/4 for 7, so it's probably got an upside, but
Probably
it's,
makes you discard your hand.
but it's in red. So
yeah.
if a source you control deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a damage doubler that happens to be a pirate that we can find with various pirate finding things.
That's the deck.
Yeah, tutors. Probably 1, right?
There's 3.
Is there 3?
Yeah, there's the one that finds a vehicle or equipment.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one that finds a pirate, and there's one that finds Angrath Minotaur Pirate.
I'm not counting that one because that one is a removal spell that finds us a bad planeswalker. So I'm going to count 2 tutors.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
Budget deck, I think $104. I think that's budget, right?
Definitely. These days, that is 100% budget.
I think so. The most expensive custom category is the lands category, and there's a bunch of $1 and $2 lands that could maybe just be basics based on the length of time this deck wants to play a game of Magic for. It doesn't need perfect mana, so you could save maybe $15 or $20 out of your land section and have it be, an $80 deck, which is very budget, I think.
Yeah. Again, especially these days, you pay enough $50 or 50-cent cards, your deck's going to cost you $50, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just the nature of the format, and if you're going to buy online with a click buy deck now option, you're usually going to pay $50 for a deck.
Between 50 and 100.
Yeah.
And I would say close to 100. I wonder what, maybe we've got to get the guys at EDH Recast to tell us, what is the average price of buy deck now on all of EDH Rec? What is that price? That's a good stat.
That is an interesting stat.
I wonder if WotC knows that through EDH Rec data. What is the average price? And that's what informs them on reprints that they want to put into Commander sealed product. If stores are going to price gouge, and this is a different topic, but if stores are going to price gouge on top of like the $40 or $50 Commander precon, to what point can they price gouge based on reprints, based on the actual average deck price that people are building? I wonder what that stat is.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Anyways, strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Budget. Jank. Commander, tribal, pirate, doesn't win. Also, a weakness.
It's also fun. You can tell that the deck is fun. And you can tell from the write-up that the guy sent us that he has fun with it. So the deck has something going for it just based on that.
Yeah. Very much so. Now, before my computer runs out of batteries, 1,114 Admiral Beckett Brass decks on EDHREC.com.
Makes her the sixth most popular Grixis commander, putting her right above Jaliva, Narcophilia's Scourge, and Inala, Archmage's Ritualist.
Sure. I don't know if you said any of those words right, but
I don't think I said any of them, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, she's number 6 of all time in Grixis, 3.20 average CMC, so that's fine. Lots of those limited and standard playable pirates cost 2 or 3, so that's keeping our curve low. That's good. Always have something to do early game despite not playing a whole ton of mana rocks. Okay. Computer just died.
Excellent.
I want to say something in the realm of 37 unique or different cards in this list than the average Admiral Beckett Brass list or the stock page of EDH.
That's pretty solid given that there are 23 cards in the Me Hardy Crew section that I'll bet you were all in the stock list.
Yes. I think all of the pirates were, but there are way more pirates than what we're playing. We're not playing things like the signets.
Yeah.
To get that mana. We're not playing things like Dockside Extortionist,
right?
Which is a pirate.
Is he a pirate?
Yes, Goblin Pirate.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So you punch it all into the spice calculator. If memory serves me correctly, we had a 43.
That's pretty good.
It's fine because we're an underserviced tribe, so we do have to play a lot of matching cards there. It's fine based on having 2 tutors. It would probably go up to about 50 if we counted it like 1 tutor.
Right.
But
there are technically 3, so we did cut 1.
Yes. So
we cut 1 because it finds only 1 card and the card sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So I like the list. We made some concessions in the spice calculator, but we'll give this one honors because we're so close to 50.
We're going to give it honors because it plays Trove of Temptation, Curse of Opulence combo, Ryan. Quite possibly the most powerful mono-red enchantment-based combo in the history of Magic the Gathering.
You're starting to convince me. You're starting to convince me.
See, if I say something enough times, eventually you're just going to be like, yes, that is the truth.
I
suppose.
Then
everybody will believe it.
That is how advertising works.
Yep.
I think that's how a lot of
it's insidious, right?
Campaigning works. Just the more I can put it right front and center, right in front of your face, the more you're going to start to believe it. That's how social media works.
Yeah.
It's
like the Richard Gere story, right? Did Richard Gere have a gerbil in his bum? Who can say at this point?
You know what? No kink shaming.
It's not kink shaming. Is it a true story or not? Because I don't know.
I don't know. What I do know is
this deck is sweet, and I'm glad we talked about it today.
What I do know is the energy decks that I've played in the past out in the wild have been a lot of fun to watch and to interact with. Pirate decks are mostly just pirate decks, but when you can mix it with a cool sub-theme like energy and do things like Trove of Temptation, Curse of Opulence to get lots of treasures,
yes,
that would make for a fun and interesting game.
Yes, I mean, and even if you don't win, again, as long as you're having fun, then you win on the inside. And then you win every game.
I love winning on the inside.
Yeah, if you have fun in every game you play, you never really lose. Unless you're playing for prizes, in which case you probably play a different deck.
Yes. And you know what? I had somebody contact me on, maybe it was Twitter, maybe it was wherever, asking about, I get hated out. It's always 3v1. I like to play more competitive. And I said, you know what? You're going to have to eat crow. You're going to have to lose a whole bunch. You're going to have to build powered down decks and still lose because people fall back on like their standard MO of kill this player first. A lot of times. This is the kind of deck that if you know it never wins, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun to play with and against, this is the exact reason that CCONation is so great, because there's so many decks like this that are going to help players have a good ass time.
Yeah, everybody in the pod's going to have fun because the guy's saying all sorts of piratisms. He's probably got a little stuffed parrot that he wears on his shoulder, and if he doesn't, feel free to do that, Gazer.
He's tied his foot up to his bum and he's put his knee into like a toilet plunger so it looks like he has a peg leg.
Yeah, dude. Like there's all sorts of fun you can have. You can wear an eye patch.
Yes.
There's all sorts of fun things that you could do to play with this. You have a hook hand.
Oh, I love a good hook hand.
Although, you could do a hook hand.
We've had a hook hand discussion before on this show that did not end in anything savory on the Google front.
That does definitely sound like something that we would talk about on the show, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the truth.
Final thought of the day.
Final thought of the day. Do not Google anything to do with hook hands or pillaging booty, either 3-on-1 or 2-on-1. It's just not something that you're probably going to want to see this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy it.
Especially 2-on-1. 2 booties on 1? I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough and gets raw when you're doing that kind of stuff. So, we've already said basically everything we can say about the deck. It's lots of fun, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters when you're building decks that you can have fun with and stuff your friends can have fun with, and things are going to make every game you play into an adventure, and Pirates have all kinds of adventures, which is super duper fun. On that note, big thanks to our official sponsors, FaceToFaceGames.com. They are Canada's biggest Magic store. They're helping us keep the lights on for you. Thank you for inviting us back into your ear holes and whatever other holes you invite us into every week for another show. And we'll be back again next week with some more good vibes and another deck on another episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!